how's it going? Fox back again. Big day today. We have had Tone 2 Icarus updated to version 1.1. I've just downloaded it and installed it. We're going to have a look at it together. First time I'm taking a look at it. Right, how do we do it then? Ooh, look, if you hover over things now, it's giving you a parameter amount. That was one of the updates. I don't know where this drag and drop is supposed to work from. Ah, look at that beauty. No assignments for the pitch wheel or mod wheel. Right, let's talk a little bit about what this means to me and other sound designers. I'll do a lot of private lessons if you didn't know. There'll be a link in the description to my email if you do want any private lessons. I must admit most people choose a synth like Massive or Serum where drag and drop modulation is already a thing. But for people who don't, especially for people who I teach on the virus, the matrix section can be a bit overwhelming. You have to sort of work out what your mod source is and your destination is by name, and then assign them in these boxes at the bottom. This is how you used to do it before inside Icarus. So you would choose your mod source, anything in this box here, choose your mod destination, whether it's cutoff, wave, LFO speed, matrix, other matrix destinations and things like that. And then you would have to assign the mount with this little slider here. Now, after a couple of months of since the main release, I'm amazed Marcus has managed to get it done so quickly. Actually, they have implemented drag and drop modulation only for the LFOs and envelops at the minute, it looks like. I mean, it'd be nice to see the mod wheel, at least the mod wheel, to do it as well. But yeah, it's here, drag and drop modulation. This is how easy it is now to modulate something. Let's listen to what we've got here. They've also, this hyper stereo mode shows you the detuning of the hypersaw waves. It's one of the features. If you're used to the virus or Serum, you're going to be used to this. Just a graphical display showing you how far apart the new sawtooth, the new waveforms, if you like, are spread apart from each other. Right, let's have a quick look through what it says in this update. So, drag and drop LFO envelope to create a mix entry for the modulation. Right, let's try it then. Let's say we wanted an LFO to control the detune. We're going to be able to see what's going on in this box, hopefully. So, we'll choose LFO 1, drag it on the detune, bang. It then has this little box to the side, and it does show you the modulation amount as well. Doesn't show you the graphic moving in the box, which is a shame. When you modulate the LFO on cutoff and things, you get to see what it's doing. So we'll do it again. Drag it, drop it in the cutoff, hover over this little bit at the side. This is now going to be my #1 synth without a shadow of a doubt. I will be able to use this to teach all aspects of sound design and synthesis to people. The highlighted ring around the edge show you how much something is modulated by, just like Massive or Serum. Done it. I was already a huge fan anyway. I do work for Tone 2 if you didn't already realise, but yeah, drag and drop modulation, absolutely massive. Can't tell you. Such a geek how excited this has made me. So what if we control... Oh yeah, you don't have choice of bipolar or whatever. It's in the actual app setup that you choose the bipolar. Oh look, we've got some new settings here. LFO soft trigger was a new one. Re-triggers if it's left for a certain amount of time, I believe. New sync LFO, ARP LFO soft trigger, which re-triggers monophonic LFOs after 1 second of silence. So, which is very clever and very useful. Drag and drop modulation. Let's build something together. File and knit patch. Let's choose. In fact, I'll load one of my wavetables and we'll quickly build a growl or something together, or something quite nasty. Tool. Oh, bollocks to you. Where were we? Tone 2. Icarus. File. Init patch. Exit. Tool, load a waveform. I'll tell you what, we'll just drag and drop it from my folder, which is in amongst my serum tables. Let's just pick one at random. We'll fade. Okay, so let's use an LFO. I always use this parabol LFO. If we change the phase so it's dead center, change the shape, you can get this sort of boob shape. Drag it, drop it on the wave, hover over the little sort of crescent at the side, and now you can give it a modulation amount. BPM is already set to BPM. You can set it to re-trigger now. That is a new feature. Let's change this to a Hypersaw 3. Actually, we'll keep this on monophonic as it's the basis of the sound. We'll use that LFO to control the volume of this as well. We'll turn it down, drag it, drop it on it. Same again, hover over the little crescent, get it on full. What's that little ring not showing up? Oh, there it is. The red shows you it's at maximum value, or when it's clipping, when the modulation is going past maximum. That's handy. Hover over it. As you click the little modulation icon, then it shows you the modulation amount. You can see it's in a slightly lighter grey as well. So with this tool you can copy this to oscillator 2, which we will do. Pitch it up an octave. Use the LFO to do the volume of oscillator 2 as well. We'll set this one to a Hypersaw. Maybe. Clipping massive. have a semitone knob as well. Let's put a ring mod morph on. Let's introduce oscillator 3 as a sub oscillator, so push it to sine. Do the same modulation with the volume, see how fast it is now. You don't even need to look at the matrix at the bottom, even though all the modulations, as soon as you do it, it puts them at the bottom, so you can see exactly what's going on. Okay, let's bring in a filter. Let's bring in a bandpass. I'm just using one LFO at the minute. Well, I believe there was some updates to the step LFO, so we might have a quick look at that. Let's choose a bandpass. Seems the same. Let's use the step to modulate the cutoff. I really like this ripple. We'll use the LFO to bring that in, only a fraction. Let's try the warp, a little bit less. Yeah, one thing I will need to go into the matrix section to do quickly is set the mod wheel to LFO 1 speed. Why the speeds aren't with the other? I wonder if you can delete a modulation amount. Reset value, modulation, MIDI. Yeah, so that deletes any modulation amount. We'll use the same LFO 1. One of these effects that I really love is this Resonator. If you quickly turn the time down to real slow, like 4 or 5, high, you can see what you get. It's like a real fast delay with some metallic qualities if the feedback's on high. You can use that LFO to flick the mix round. Mix is probably a bit too high. Will it bring in the duck, which ducks the mix effect while the audio to the volume of the audio or something like that. It just decreases it at the start. Set to parallel. We'll bring in some sort of low shelf EQ, shelf wide. The thing with that Resonator is it loses a lot of the high qualities, so I think I'm just going to pull the mix down a little bit. Turn the limiter up. Let's bring in something else to thicken it up a little bit. Let's try a chorus. reverb in, one of the cheap, not the cheap, the trance reverb. Maybe a smaller one. Modulate the pan slightly with this LFO. Let's bring in the hyper stereo. LFO on the detune again. And on the morph. There you have it, drag and drop modulation. How easy it is now to build sounds is unbelievable. Let's have a look at some of the other things. New waveform display mode, hypersaw, we've been over that. The contextual menu. So if we right click, if you don't want to do drag and drop, if say when I wanted to assign the mod wheel to LFO speed, if we turn this off, I should be able to, on the LFO speed, right click, modulate with MIDI mod wheel. It was LFO 1 speed I wanted, like a monk. So LFO 1, right click, modulate with MIDI. A bit glitchy, mod wheel. Let's try an envelope to modulate some pitch. So if we want oscillator 1 pitch, there ain't a global pitch, is there? Let's use aux envelope 1 to modulate the shape. Target modulation is not available. Anywho, you see how easy it was to modulate things. Where's it gone? You see how easy it is to modulate things with that. I just wanted to do a quick video just to show you, talk about this drag and drop modulation. Drag it, drop it, assign the modulation. You can see at the bottom in the matrix section it's doing whatever you wanted it to do. Peace out. Get Icarus if you haven't got it. This has been an immense update. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.